Today on News Channel 12, how current and former WKU students are working to protect their community's health during COVID-19.
And 1 in 9 Americans are food insecure. What schools and nonprofits are doing to combat the issue during the coronavirus pandemic.
Nice and calm weather today. How long will that last? I'll time that out for you on News Channel 12.
Live from the campus of Western Kentucky University, you're watching News Channel 12, where commitment makes the difference.
Thanks for tuning in to News Channel 12. I'm John Reynolds, anchoring from Central City.
And I'm Allie House, anchoring from Bowling Green. John and I and the rest of our team are reporting at home from across the region because of COVID-19.
While some young adults are being shamed for ignoring social distancing guidelines, others are using this time to speak out. Reporter Aston Jones spoke with 2 WKU alumni working to protect the Bowling Green community.
Do you still live in Bowling Green?
Yeah, as of right now, I'm in Bowling Green.
Francisco Serrano would normally be in Frankfurt fighting for immigrants' rights. Even with the capital closed, he's working.
I'm always pretty much thinking about looking at the world in that way, that what sort of issues are affecting our communities and what sort of issues aren't being addressed currently.
Right now, that means helping the Bowling Green community amid COVID-19.
There are a lot of things that we could still do better, put a halt to basically rent and mortgage payments and things of that sort.
And he's not the only one.
All right, well, I'll start with the first question that I sent you, just kind of asking about why you're live streaming with representatives from, Kentucky.
Yeah, for sure. I saw that there was an opportunity to get a more local perspective of what's going on and how can we better understand the issues.
Francis Wilson has talked with House Representative Attica Scott and State Representative Patty Minter to discuss leadership in a global pandemic. And he's been vocal about the community's role as well.
It's been very personally frustrating to see a lot of my friends around the country posting on social media that they're partying as usual. This is a time to reflect about how we can do better after this pandemic.
Reporting for News Channel 12, I'm Ashton Jones.
You can listen to Wilson's full conversations with Attica Scott and Patty Minter by searching Youth Got the Power on Spotify.
Current WKU students are also preparing for a life of service. Reporter Erica Bronco spoke to a WKU nursing student who shared how the program is moving forward despite Western's campus being closed.
Nursing students are required to have clinical hours. Each student will attend the hospital once a week to take care of their patients. With all classes going online, this leaves some students very worried. Junior Lainey Ward will be staying close by campus in order to finish out her year.
For lecture classes, they moved to online, but we still have to go into the hospital once a week for our clinical. And they told us that they're going to go ahead and check our temperature before we walk in to clear us to go to our floor, and then we'll just go up and continue as we have been the whole semester.
Although all nursing students are having to stay close by campus, they are taking the precautions needed to stay safe. This is leaving students and parents less worried about the situation. For News Channel 12, I'm Erica Bronco.
Turning now to weather, we've had quite the warm-up in Bowling Green this week. Darius Mack has just how high you can expect temperatures to climb this weekend. Darius?
And coming to you from a remote location once again from my backyard, and overall it is pretty nice out today, and you want to get out and enjoy it while you can, because things are on the way, especially as we go into parts of next week. But for now, we are in the upper 60s, at least in Bowling Green. 67 degrees right now. We got a dew point at 44 degrees and a wind that's coming from the west at about 3 miles an hour. Across the region, we are in the upper 60s and lower 70s across south central Kentucky, and currently 68 degrees in Owensboro, 64 degrees in London, up towards BG Parkway, 61 degrees in Lexington. When I come back, I'm talking about these comfortable temperatures and a mostly dry weekend in store, but rain and storm chances do return I'll have that in your full extended forecast.
Thank you, Darius. The National School Lunch Program serves more than 20 million free lunches to kids every day. Reporter Emily Leslie found out how Kentucky schools are making sure kids still get the food they need.
Schools all across Kentucky, including this one, have been shut down because of the coronavirus. Governor Andy Beshear has requested for schools to remain closed until April 20th, but that date could be pushed back further. School lunches are an important part of students' lives at school. Because of these closings, many schools have started feeding programs. Regardless of where students' new classrooms are, it is important that they are still fed.
I feel like that if you feed the kids, it feeds their mind, and if they get fed, then they work better in their classrooms. They have more attention. There's a lot of kids that don't get fed at home that need that extra food.
Each feeding program is different depending on the school district. Most schools have posted information either on Facebook or the school district's website. Lunches will continue to be made and passed out regardless of closings. For News Channel 12, I'm Emily Leslie.
Warren County Public Schools have given out thousands of meals since they started. For information on how your child can receive food and a list of pickup locations, check out the Warren County Schools website or Facebook page.
Food security isn't just for school kids. According to the Kentucky Department of Agriculture, nearly 1 in 6 Kentuckians are food insecure. Feeding America is known worldwide for feeding those less fortunate in any time of need. Now, with COVID-19 creating economic instability, their job is as important as ever. This week, I spoke with Executive Director of Kentucky's Heartland, Jamie Sizemore. She says Feeding America is prepared for the long haul.
We're going to be continuing to serve. We're ramping up right now. We started about 2 weeks ago, and we're prepared to serve for the next 2 months or longer, however long it takes for us to get there.
If you'd like to help Feeding America Kentucky's Heartland, you can donate at feedingamericaky.com.
After the break, the new record for unemployment in the U.S. and how Bowling Green businesses are trying to stay afloat.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear. Because for 75 years, he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Across the country, social distancing and other government guidelines are forcing small businesses to make tough decisions. Reporter Elegant Shimwell spoke with 2 local salon owners about the virus's economic impact.
Due to COVID-19, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear ordered all small businesses, like the salon behind me, to close their doors on March 19th. But for small business owner Amanda and Caleb Cowan, March 19th wasn't just any ordinary day to close their doors.
Yes, so we opened on March the 19th, 2019, our Bowling Green location, and we had spent 3 years in the making on building that space and the proper timing and all. And then right at 1 year, it was ironic because we closed on March the 19th, 2020, due to the COVID-19 mandate.
Even though Cowan & Company had to spend their 1 year anniversary by social distancing, these owners, like many, are continuing to stay positive during this tough time. Beshear is allowing roadside pickup and delivery for small businesses like these to refrain from keeping their doors closed for good right now. Reporting for News Channel 12, I'm Elegant Shimwell.
You can find a list of locally owned businesses that are still open on Facebook at Visit BGKY. Make sure you call the individual business before visiting for the most up-to-date information.
Amid the global pandemic, a record-breaking number of Americans are filing for unemployment. If you're one of them, here's what you need to know.
As COVID-19 continues to spread, a record 3.3 million Americans filed for unemployment in the week ending March 21st. Millions more are expected to file. The U.S. Department of Labor is urging people to contact their state's unemployment insurance program as soon as possible after a job loss. The department says you should file your claim in the same state where you worked. You'll be asked for information like the dates you were employed. The agency says it generally takes 2 to 3 weeks after you file your claim to receive your first benefit check. The recently passed $2 trillion economic stimulus package has also allowed more Americans to qualify for benefits. The National Employment Law Project, a nonprofit organization, says the CARES Act temporarily supplements the amount and duration of unemployment insurance benefits. It also provides emergency assistance to workers who are typically left out and allows for short-time compensation or work sharing, which helps employers avoid layoffs by putting workers on part-time schedules with partial unemployment benefits to help make up for some of the lost income. For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The Department of Labor says the previous record high for unemployment was around 695,000. That was set in 1982. Again, in the week ending March 21st, more than 3 million Americans filed unemployment claims.
After the break, Darius Mack is back to let you know when you can expect some rain to roll in, and I'll let you know what changes you might be seeing at your local parks.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
Yes.
you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Because of you, I felt hopeless. I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me. Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of News Channel 12. I'm Darius Mack, and overall it is a pretty nice day today. You want to get out and enjoy it while you can, and that's all ahead of the cloud cover that's coming in later this evening and through the overnight hours tonight. Let's talk about yesterday's weather stats. Yesterday we reached a high of 64 degrees. That's just 2 degrees below our normal high of 66 degrees, but overall we're right around normal for this time of year. Now let's talk about what's happening right now in Bowling Green. It's 67 degrees. We got a dew point at 44 degrees, and that west wind at around 3 miles an hour. Across the region, we're running in the upper 60s, lower 70s across south central Kentucky, but make your way up towards Beachy Parkway or towards eastern Kentucky, we're in the mid and upper 60s, with a hot spot though at St. Louis checking in at 72 degrees. Now, we're tracking our next big weather maker. This doesn't arrive until later on your Saturday evening. In fact, we're watching a line of showers and thunderstorms that will actually kind of break apart and will become more in the way of spotty showers, especially as you go through your Saturday evening and then on Sunday morning, where we really see those rain chances increase. Now, as we go through the rest of your forecast here, we're tracking more rain chances, especially as we go into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and those will be storm chances that will give us our rain chances there, with 40% chance on Monday and then even a 70% chance on Wednesday. Tonight, expect a low of 49 degrees with clouds around. We got winds coming from the west at around 5 miles an hour. And then tomorrow, expect a high of 70 degrees, pleasant overall, comfortable, nice weather in store there. Your 7-day forecast, well, we're going to be in the 70s and even upper 60s for the most part. I don't see a day where we even get below 50 for a high in this forecast, so that's certainly good news there. Rain chances as we go into the mid part of next week.
Thank you, Darius. This is the perfect weather to get outside and enjoy some fresh air. Reporter Patrick Carey shares some changes you can expect to see if you head to a park this weekend.
As the coronavirus is continuing to spread like wildfire in the United States, Governor Andy Beshear is doing something a little different. He has taken an approach early to avoid the idea of shelter in place that a lot of the states surrounding us are already in. I'm here at Shiloh Park in Lexington, Kentucky, and as you can see here, the rims have been removed to ensure that there are no more gatherings of 10 or more people in Lexington.
If you're going to go outside, this is how we have to do it. It's about going out as a family unit. Notice they are not on a playground with a bunch of other kids. Notice they are not on a basketball court with a bunch of other kids. If you are going to a park and playing a game of basketball, you are spreading the coronavirus right now.
As of this morning, all public parks, public restrooms, and playgrounds have been closed. Walkers and joggers are still welcome to go as they please, but remember, 6 feet. Social distancing will get us through this situation, and as Andy Beshear always says, we're in this together. For News Channel 12, I'm Patrick Carey.
Research does show that regular exercise can boost your immune system, whether that be walking in the park or following along to a workout video at home.
After the break, Michaela Davis has an update on what COVID-19 means for NCAA athletes, as well as details on more historic sports cancellations.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
After weeks of uncertainty, NCAA athletes now know they'll get another chance to take the field. Spring seasons for numerous sports were canceled early due to the coronavirus pandemic. Among the affected programs are baseball, golf, lacrosse, and softball. Now those players are being granted another year of eligibility. Division I schools like WKU will have to decide on their own how their programs will manage scholarships. Still, around the world, sports cancellations continue to roll in. This year's Wimbledon tennis tournament in the UK has been canceled because of the coronavirus pandemic. The grass court Grand Slam was set to start on June 29th, but a decision was made Wednesday to scrap the event. It's the first time Wimbledon has been called off since World War II. Organizers had said postponing the tournament would be difficult given the short window available for grass court tennis, and they ruled out having the tournament without spectators. All professional tennis has been suspended until further notice. Back in the U.S., the tennis world is partnering with health officials to fight COVID-19. As New York City hospitals become overwhelmed with patients, the U.S. Tennis Association says the home of the U.S. Open will serve as a temporary field hospital. According to government officials, a 350-bed facility will be built at the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadows, Queens. There's no word yet on exactly when the conversion will begin. This year's U.S. Open is still set to start in late August. Fans of the Pigskin can still get their gear ready. The NFL isn't planning any delays due to COVID-19, at least not yet. During a conference call Tuesday, league officials announced the season will start in September and teams will play their full 16-game schedule with fans in attendance, and international games are still a go. Still, the NFL hasn't been completely unaffected by the coronavirus. Players are doing virtual workouts during off-season. Despite the NFL's optimism, it might take a while for some people to return to pro sports games. That's according to a new survey from the consulting firm Performance Research. 63% of respondents said health safety will be a larger concern than before. Nearly half of the respondents said going to a big public event will scare them for a long time. The findings are based on more than 1,000 people polled between March 23rd and March 26th. That's all the time that we have for sports this afternoon. Tune into the Extra Point today at 3:30 for more coverage. In the meantime, follow us on Twitter at ExtraPointWKU.
Thanks, Michaela. After the break, the story of a new, furry kind of delivery man bringing smiles to a neighborhood during quarantine.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon? You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
Hi. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those 2 girls in 8th grade.
Oh, yeah?
That one day at PE when they were, yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much, that helped me, because, I finally, knew that I had somebody.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch. Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
As people vulnerable to coronavirus are staying home, they're often relying on others to get essentials. For many, that means ordering a delivery. It also means getting help from a neighbor, or maybe a neighbor's dog.
This dog has a new leash on life as a quarantine delivery boy. A Colorado woman is helping to get a neighbor much-needed supplies while maintaining a safe distance using her golden retriever gopher, Sunny.
She got the list. She gave it to Sonny. Sonny brought it to me. I went to the store, got her groceries, and he delivered them all to her.
The neighbor says it's not just the food and supplies she looks forward to, but Sonny's visits as well.
It makes you feel good, and it's a way of communicating. What a wonderful thing. Just a sweet thing.
Sonny also gets the mail for Evelith, and he picks up trash around the neighborhood when he's out on walks.
Thank you for tuning into News Channel 12. We'll be back next week with another update on your news. Have a great weekend.